let's go see what sort of yield we get. Okay, icons changed to whole crop, so that's good. 36 is probably about 7,500 litres in a big bale. That's my guess, and I think we're going to manage it. Okay, and run this off to the end again. I'm going to turn both these tractors off for now. I could put the Massey on follow me once we come back, but for right now, turn that off. JCB's around here somewhere. There. Just using this as a trial. Drop that there. Pick up the spike. And grab that bale, we'll bring it back, and we need to move the xTractor. I'm probably going to have to lift it because it really suffers in our yard for some reason. As I said, I might look at rebuilding the yard. Obviously, to do that, I will be probably copying the save game and demolishing sheds and taking a look at, what sheds are around. We are whole cropping 44 Ranger. I have mowed some wheat. We are now going to stab a bale with our slow little old Massey Ferguson skid steer. I did say I wanted a skid steer for the farm. Actually, what's really funny is a New Holland skid steer came up in the sale last day of June. I said, well, I don't actually need one anymore because I'm kind of there. Anyway, I'm going to take this across the road. Obviously there's quicker ways of doing this. I could have done this with the Massey Ferguson or the Deutz, but this is the piece of equipment that's currently available. I could, of course, also go completely overboard and set off the windrower and the baler on follow me with workers and have them doing that while I do this. I wonder if this thing can tow the xTractor. If it can, it might make things temporarily a little bit easier. I wonder if I can get across the road without getting dead. Whoa, dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Yeah. Bale on the front makes it a little front heavy. Stop. Okay. Jump out there. And I honestly don't know what button to press, so just dust out, fold bale wrapper, change cruise, toggle map view, press F1, let's see if there's Oh, have to start the engine first and then maybe. Yeah, there we go. But the ground here is so uneven, turn that off now, that it's very, very difficult to... whoa! No, 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 stop sliding. Good grief, dude. Yeah, engine in this thing is not the greatest, however... Really? Let's select the... It can haul the xTractor, so good things. Well, that makes this thing a little bit more useful than I thought it was. And as I said, I'm going to put this in the garage and we're going to change the wrapping that we're using on it. I think that's configurable. This is a skid steer. I forgot. It's very easy to park stuff if you can attach to it. We could, I think there is a mod that gives us a hitch that you can stick on the front of it. So you can attach stuff to the lifting arm bits. Okay, I want the xTractor. I want to customize the xTractor. I want to change the foil to blue. And we'll do that. Go back. And I may need to, yeah, I need to reconnect the thing. So my plan is we're going to, as best we can, struggle this over here. Plan is to put this as close to this edge as possible. Oh, I do need to spray that field. Oh, if we have so much stuff to do. Yeah, I do need to spray that field in front of us. Even if I don't lime it, it does need fertilizer. So I need to fold that away. Unfold bale wrapper. No. Yes, 5. Start the engine first. Okay. That's done. Why are you moving? Stop moving. Turn off the engine. I may have an issue with my pedals. Anyway. So that's done. Now I am hoping that the xTractor accepts this. It should do. It's a base game thing, and most modders will ensure that all the things work for base game equipment. Stop doing that. Yes. Go wrap. Yeah! Okay, that works. That's good. We will pull this over here. That's perfectly adequate. Turn it off and go back to the tractors. That tractor. That tractor there will turn on. We will turn on the baler and set it on follow. That is good. This tractor, I'm just going to drive this one. That on. And the dude in the Massey Ferguson, whoever it is, can automatically drop the bales and I don't have to worry about it. Oh, turkeys, yes. Oh, sorry, I missed the question. Do I need mods? I don't know if I need... Oh, do I need mods for the channel? Considering that, at the moment I am a little distracted by real world stuff at the moment, so I will address that at some point. Now, what else are we doing here? The other question he asked was, I run 3 days per month as recommended by the Maze Plus guys. And the prime reason for that is if you run it any shorter 2 or 1 day months, you can very easily get overwhelmed with the amount of work you have to do to keep the animals fed. Now that said, on this particular playthrough, we don't have that problem yet, because we are using a feeder robot. Now, I mean, the Maze Plus guys also said that using a feeder robot is, you're going to lose it eventually, because it will get completely overwhelmed. But I think we can still supplement the food that the cows are getting. Track on this isn't exact. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, the feeder robot, we can supplement the feeder robot later as we get more cows. We will probably end up buying a doodad, a TMR wagon, so that we can adequately mix up our own TMR. We then won't necessarily be limited to whole crop silage. We can use grass silage, and there are other products you can use to make a TMR mix. It's not just the standard in-game stuff. The cow robot feeder is restricted. It has one recipe and that's all you can use. At least I've only found it's got one recipe. So we're running away from the baler. I'm going to take this over 2 lanes. How are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not making a vast amount of silage, so we might need to buy some whole crop silage sometime this year, just to supplement what we've got, because we've got, this field, the barley field, and that's it. So we are going to be buying, I think we're going to be buying whole crop silage this year. Next year we might plan better and end up with more cereal fields with which to produce whole crop from. I'm guessing probably what's currently a soybean field will be a cereal field next year, probably something we're intending for whole crop. And Patchwork, good morning. Welcome to Saturday's stream and something different. Well, Farming Simulator 22 on Maypole Farm, not different, but we are making a different form of silage. And it seems to be working. So, yay for us. And I think I am probably definitely going to go back and pick up the bits that the Massey missed, and the windrower missed, and all of the missed bits, because this is nowhere near sufficient. And at 7,500 litres per bale. I don't think the store sale whole crop silage is as abundant. I think the store sells small bales, so that's going to be we're going to have to move more bales from the store to the farm in order to get the amount of product we need. But anyway, snow's still falling, but it's still not very thick. I mean, snow has been falling constantly since I got up this morning, but it's a very light dusting, and as I said, I can still see grass, bits of grass sticking up above the snow layer, so we're really not talking about much in the way of inches of snow, which was predicted at 18 inches at the beginning of this week. I think even out west, just inland from the lake that separates Michigan from is it Illinois? Even there, they've only got about 6 inches, and they were expecting feet. So hopefully that's not a bad deal. Okay, I have really caught up with Massey. Spin this around, and I think I'm going to stop there, go get our big green tractor. I'll go get the bale collector, because I don't want to run too far ahead of the baler and have it lose the follow me path. What's the phone? That would be the phone. I will stop that there. Well, okay, I'm back. That was the phone, but whoever was calling isn't talking to us, so I guess I better get back on the windrow by the looks of it. Leave that there. We're guessing it was probably the nurse who's coming within an hour. So if Mrs. Osa calls her back or she calls again, I'll probably get an update of when the nurse is due to arrive. And we'll see how long we're going to be running this, but at least we now know that whole crop silage works. I don't know, we're not doing too bad for number of bales. It's still, yeah, so 24 times 7.5 is basically 3/4 of 10,000. So 240,000 divided by 4 is 8 times, no, Divided by 4 is 6, times 8 is 3. 180,000 litres. If we fill up the cart, we end up with 180,000 litres of whole crop. That's actually not sounding too bad, but that is an if we get 24 whole crop bales on this field. Unfortunately, I don't know how many we've got because we did straw and whole crop. We got, I can count the straw bales, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6. So maybe I got 6 straw bales. Looks like I'm going to have to go double row here. Okay, we will sneak around that, get us lined up on the next row and engage. Okay, we'll go cruise control and please, quick. Things 23, and I said about 6 straw, so we're up to 17 whole crop bales. I'm guessing we won't get 24, but we might get 20,000 divided by 4 is 5. We might get 150,000 litres off this field. So, it may be, it'll keep our head above water briefly. We've got the barley field. I'm not sure how that compares on size. We're working this field here. That field may be about the same size. 2.84, 3. Oh, that's actually bigger. Oh, and yeah, don't drive over the bale. So yeah, the barley field should yield a bit more, which is good. So yeah, we may end up with 300,000 litres, but like I said, we've got no other way to produce this stuff except by this method. At least with, what's the other stuff we've been, at least with hay, we can do contracts, and contracts yield quite substantially. So that can be, do 6 hay contracts, and you can end up with 400,000 or 500,000 litres of hay spare that we can feed to the cows. And our cattle count will be increasing over the years. I think maybe the Massey Ferguson got stuck. Nope, he's good grief. Dude, where are you going? Well, he's going somewhere. He's going places and seeing people. Let's lift that up this time, because we're going to have to do all sorts of crazy driving. We can now drop that. Crash into the straw bale, why not? Yeah, that kind of works. We'll lift that up, we'll fold it up, and we'll just get out of the way. And he's doing his fancy driving. So we'll put this here so it's not in the way of the entrance. We can disconnect from the satellites and jump in this guy who's just started. And work it off. Okay, so as I said, I'm hoping we get about 20 bales out of this. But yeah, and I mean, with Maize Plus, cows consume 10 times the amount of food that they produce in base game. And I think they produce 10 times as much slurry, manure, and milk as they do in base game. So it's not all a bad thing because they're going to eat more. It's a bad thing that they eat more because you really need to have to work at keeping them fed and productive. But I mean, technically that's not really a bad thing. It's just, yeah, real life, and you have to make sure your cows get fed, so get to it. Which is what we're doing. And then once the cows, I mean, I've been watching Disturb Simulation. In general, it's worth noting that Maize Plus animals do not make as much money as base game animals, in part because the variety of food they eat. If you look at sheep eat grass or hay. Typically I would always feed sheep hay because hay doesn't rot, although rotting is not a thing in Farm Sim 22. It was with Seasons in 19. So yeah, real world farmers will store hay for the winter. You can feed them grass at other times while it's available and you're not keeping it around for a long time. Either way, grass is not very valuable, and even if you've turned it into hay, it's not particularly valuable. So the cost of food for sheep in the base game is very low. And what you're considering, if you're making your own food,